I'm so excited to talk to you. St. Denis Medical season two, just as good as season one. What's it been like, coming into the second season?
Oh, thank you. Well, listen, I was so thrilled with the way that season two turned out. I mean, we just had our finale last week, and I'm just blown away that I feel like we hit our stride this season, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like there wasn't really a dud in the bunch, and I feel like we really got to know these people better.
yeah,
So, you know, the thing I love about this show is that it really is, yes, it takes place in a hospital, but it's really a love letter to your work family
yeah. That's so
because we
true.
all have them,
Yeah,
and unfortunately, we spend more time with them than we do with our own families.
yeah,
So, you know, it gets grisly sometimes, but that's the nature of families, isn't it? You have to make
yeah.
it work,
That's so true.
you know?
Um, yeah, I there's so many laugh out loud moments in this season too. Like I found myself just being like, oh my God, like just
Yeah.
giggling and stuff. It's so much fun. It kind of takes you back to that, like, even though it's done like untraditionally, but it
Uh-huh.
feels like an old school sitcom.
Thank you. Thank you. And let's hear it for the old school sitcoms because they're still on the air
Yes.
and they're considered comfort shows. And like
Yes.
if you go to Pluto TV, you could
Yes.
watch The Love Boat 24 hours a day. Like there's a
Yes.
reason those shows are still on the air because sometimes you just want to laugh and not think about things.
Yes.
You just want
Yes.
to
Especially
escape for a
now.
little bit. And
Yeah.
we've got the polar opposite of that on streaming. But I feel like for a network show, we're doing pretty damn well,
I think
I,
so
I think
too.
we're pretty funny. I'm not ashamed to say that. I think we did very well this season.
And I know people are thinking that maybe Matt and Serena are the new Jim and Pam, but
Mhm.
I think the new Jim and Pam is Joyce and Sanderson because I
Joyce and Sanderson. Wow. Yeah.
I want them to figure things out. I really want them to figure things out.
Well, they could be in an awkward thruple with Ashley, the midwife,
Yes,
who takes up with
yes,
Sanderson when
yes.
when Joyce dumps him. I mean, there's so many weird combinations that could happen there. In the finale when Dr. Ron wakes up from anesthesia and is like, "Where's my Joyce?"
Yeah.
That could happen too. Who knows what could happen? Val's a spicy little character. Who could she hook up with? Bruce wants to nail everybody.
Right.
But again, that's the work family for you. It starts getting like, oh, hey, I've never looked at you like that before. That's just how it goes sometimes. But I think there's a lot to explore there. In the end, though, it seems like for me, I want Joyce to always be a little miserable. She
Well, then
might find
Sanderson is
happiness for a little
fixed
bit.
then.
And Sanderson is as miserable as they come. I was happy though that she finally started paying attention during the Viking wedding planning and said, "Oh, wait, I said yes to this? Uh-oh."
Those photos. What was it like shooting those photos?
Hysterical. Oh yeah, just walking through the grounds of Universal Studios, dressed like Vikings and hearing the backstory like, oh, he was, trying to appease the wood sprites or whatever. And it's like, oh dear God, I'm
Steve
carrying a
Little's
pulsing
so funny.
stone. Yeah. But I love Sanderson. The gentleman who plays Sanderson, Steve Little,
Yeah.
he's been my good luck charm since the Groundlings
Oh,
back in the early 2000s. So I adore him.
you guys are so funny together too. That's what I mean. I should be rooting for you and Ron, which I do want to ask about. What do you make of that, like, where's my Joyce confession? Were you surprised by that when you
I
saw that?
was. I was. When I read that, I was like, oh, hello. Although earlier in the season, she said something about, like, oh, you're letting that particular cat out of the bag. And I have thought of that myself. Like, there was something where it was like, oh, wait, you've been fantasizing about Ron? But it was real quick. It kind of laid the groundwork for the finale. I totally buy that, since they've known each other since they were interns, maybe something happened, you know,
Oh,
maybe something happened back in the day. And then, he got married and had kids and got divorced. But, in season 3, is it too early to start doing flashbacks? I don't know.
no, it's not.
But I would like to see the two of them in the club, letting some steam off.
I love that idea. I also realized watching it when Sanderson was getting ready to propose, he was also like, you've got to do this right. And like, those are little hints, but like the way the direction is, it's not like, making it seem like, we should be looking.
Yeah.
So,
Little breadcrumbs that I'm not sure if anybody caught. So I guess that means you all have to go back to Peacock and rewatch the season.
Yes.
That's the only way to really get to the nitty-gritty of this subject. But whatever they want to do, I'm game for it. They've set the table for a lot of different things to happen. But for the most part, like, just that love letter to the work family is so important, I think.
Yeah. I love the episode where Joyce makes decisions in 3 seconds. Well, I guess that's actually when she kind of arrives that she's gonna marry Sanderson. But what do you think goes on in her brain when she comes to, like, when she makes a decision? What do you think she sees before she says yes or no?
Oh gosh. What does she see? I think Joyce sees like a bunch of cats playing poker.
Yeah.
The thing with Joyce is that she tries way too hard. If she just dialed it back a little bit, she might make a good decision. But since she's always she only looks forward. She doesn't look to the side. So that's something she needs to work on. That desperation is what gets her in trouble with things like the birthing center opening and her falling off the stage like that. Of course, that wasn't going to go well. Well, or the white woman's birthing center. You weren't thinking, but I love that about her. And I hope she never stops. Because we've all worked with someone that myopic,
Yeah. You're really creating this, she's becoming like an iconic character. Like, I'm thinking of, like, we have Leslie Knope, she's her own person who's so, like, and her physicality is so interesting to me. Like, when she was on the portable walking pad, not the treadmill, and she falls off. Do you do your own stunts, or what kind of physicality are you thinking about with her?
No, I have a stunt woman, thank God. I would do it, but I don't think that's insurable. But I'm willing to do it. It's fine though that someone else wants to do that, and good for them. But I buy that Joyce is so stressed out that she's got to let off steam somehow. Whether it's with some ridiculous judo that she's made up herself, or a 30-second dance party in her office. Like, I believe that Joyce is so pent up, she's got to do something. So that walking pad, just gets something out. Just gets some of her wiggles out.
She does that little jump off of it. It's just, and that goes with what you're saying. It's like she had to get something out. Like
that dumb little leap.
Yeah.
But she has to do it. Yeah. She has to do it. Because she's not allowed to just scream. Otherwise, she'd be doing that.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So you picked up the marimba, I think, or is a marimba in the first season. Are there any new tricks this season that you picked up?
This season, let's think about that. No, I feel like Joyce's entire mission this season was not getting married, carefully avoiding getting married and getting that birthing center going. So I feel like she did a lot of the decorating herself. Oh, and she painted rocks.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you remember that. She painted rocks, which were surprisingly not well received. Yeah, not well received by the staff, and that really surprised all of us at the table read. But yeah, so I do. You know what I want to see is her parents and the rest of her family, because she's always talking about going to the lake house.
Yeah.
I want to meet those weirdos that raised Joyce. Why is she like this? It came from something.
Who would you cast as your family?
Ooh, I would probably do maybe Mimi Kennedy as my mother, Stephen Tobolowsky as my father.
Oh my God, yes.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
Yes.
Angela from The Office, Pam, not Pam, Angela Kinsey.
Yeah.
As my sister. Maybe Allie Grant as my younger sister.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I don't know if she has brothers or sisters. Who knows? I'll leave that to the writers.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good at what they do. So I'll just do what they tell me. But yeah, that would really be funny, I think, to see.
That would be great. I hope we get to see that. I don't think it's too early for flashbacks. I think we need flashbacks.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think flashbacks and maybe some dream sequences.
Yeah.
And some anesthesia hallucinations.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm going to propose that.
Yeah, I think you should. I just have one last question. This has been so fun talking to you. I loved your honesty of why you missed the Oscars. So how is your neck? How's everything going? I just wanted to check in with you.
Well, it's going very well.
You always look amazing. You don't age either, period.
You're very sweet. But when I was doing ADR for this season, I was like, oh, that neck. But here's the thing. No one made me do it. This is for me.
Yeah.
And I don't think I look younger necessarily. I just don't look like I'm melting from the chin down. That's all I wanted. And I
didn't think you looked like you were melting, but I understand everybody looks at themselves differently.
Yeah. And when you're faced with looking at yourself on a big screen and you're trying to match your lines and all you want to do is go, oh. I thought, no, let's see if we can do something about this. I have some time off. But yeah, I felt like, well, I'm not gonna lie about it. And I wasn't gonna say anything about it necessarily, but I started getting DMs of people
were all
saying,
upset. We wanted to see
oh,
you.
I can't believe you aren't there. Are you guys in a fight or something? Like, why would that be your first thought? So I thought, no, let's nip this in the bud right now. But at the moment, like I was in and out of consciousness. I didn't even know what day it was. So I wasn't even watching the Oscars. I was watching those Mormon chicks.
Yes, that show's great.
Yes. And then I started getting the DMs and the texts, and I'm like, well, this is stupid. Let's just cop to it. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? No one. And then the funniest thing happened. I started getting all kinds of DMs of other people who had done it.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And I was like, okay, I knew it. I knew something. But like, it's so prevalent. Just cop to it. It's not a big deal.
That's what I think too.
It's just not a big deal. I'm
I want to
56.
get my neck done someday. I just need to save up some money for it.
Honey, I'll talk you right through it.
Okay, yes, please.
I do have thoughts. I do have thoughts of things I wish I'd known. But mostly it's been pretty easy.
Good.
You know,
Good.
pretty easy. Still swollen a little bit, but I've been going out and doing things and whatever.
Good.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't care if anybody knows. Well, you know.
You're the best. You're the absolute best.
You are.
You. Thank you so much. Thank you for your great work on the show.
Thank you so much.
I'm Team Sanderson, but I understand if you end up with Ron, it's okay.
Oh, well, who knows? I just love the character of Sanderson. I
just love him so much.
He's just an agent of idiocy. You know? And I buy that someone like Joyce just goes for the low-hanging fruit because it's one more thing she can check off her list.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly.
So, but thank you for liking it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
All right. Talk soon. Bye.